The latest Fox News poll shows Pennsylvania Senate candidate Mehmet Oz gaining on Democrat John Fetterman just 5 days out from Election Day. Oz's numbers improving after the debate last month. The majority of voters say it did have an impact on their decision in that race, while Oz credits voters' desire to send a unifier to D.C.
I want to go to Washington and bring balance. Stop the partisan bickering and deal with the problems. John Fetterman seems to take the extreme position on so many items.
And Georgia poised for one nail-biter of a Senate race as Republican candidate Herschel Walker closes the gap with Democrat incumbent Raphael Warnock. Keep in mind, Georgia law requires a 50% requirement for victory, and with the closeness of this race, the battle may be headed for a December 6th runoff.
Meanwhile, in Georgia, Stacey Abrams is still lagging behind Governor Brian Kemp, and this comment isn't doing her any favors.
I'm not a member of the good old boys club. So no, I don't have 107 sheriffs who want to be able to take black people off the streets, who want to be able to go without accountability. I don't believe every sheriff wants that, but I do know that we need a governor who believes in both defending law enforcement, but also defending the people of Georgia.
Janis Mangum is a sheriff from Jackson County, Georgia, clearly not a member of the good old boys club. She joins us now. Sheriff, what did you think when you heard Stacey Abrams say that?
Well, I was disgusted when I heard it. I've been in law enforcement over 36 years, and it was just a slap in the face to all law enforcement officers, especially to the 107 sheriffs that are supporting Governor Kemp.
Yeah, she insulted police officers while trying to convince voters that she is pro-police. It doesn't sound like the best strategy. You did endorse Governor Brian Kemp as well as 110 other sheriffs. Why did he get your endorsement?
Governor Kemp has been a great governor for us, and he's proven that over and over his term. He continues to care about the people of Georgia and the great state of Georgia. And he has great things that he's done, and he has the backs of us law enforcement. I mean, we know that he has our back. He's there for us, and he cares about the great state of Georgia. He wants to make sure he goes after gang members. He goes after the human trafficking. He's trying to make our state as safe as it can be. And he got my endorsement because of the good work that he has done during his time as governor of Georgia.
Yeah, this is also just some of your message regarding Stacey Abrams and what she said during the debate. You say, I don't care as a sheriff what color your skin is. We take an oath to serve and protect the people and enforce the laws of the state of Georgia, and that's what we do every day. It's an insult to the Georgia sheriffs that are supporting him and all law enforcement. I've been in this business for 36 years, and I have never done anything to tarnish my badge, and my fellow sheriffs are good people that are supporting him, and I was just kind of disgusted to hear it. I don't even know what to say. It's just wrong. It's just absolutely wrong. And messages like the one that Stacey Abrams have sent and other folks that have supported Black Lives Matter in the past or defund the police movements, now we're seeing crime rising and police officers leaving the force in droves. What is the state of policing in this country from your perspective?
Well, I can tell you that law enforcement has been demoralized so much that it is very hard to get people to come to work. Staffing is an issue for many sheriffs, police chiefs all over the state of Georgia, all over this country. There are people that don't want to go into this business. In the law enforcement, you know, we come to work every day, and they don't know if they're going to go home. They go out to serve and protect the people. We do take that oath. It's very important that we honor that oath and serve and protect the people and also enforce the laws of the state of Georgia. It does not matter what color your skin is. But when you violate the law or you victimize others, you should be held accountable and you should be taken off the streets. But it's not because of your skin color. It's because of the fact that you are not obeying the law. Right. And we are here to enforce the law. That's the oath we take. And as a sheriff and as a 36-year law enforcement officer, that's what we're going to do, is enforce the laws.
Absolutely. And I want to get your take on this. So the media and celebrities, they've gushed over candidates, Democratic candidates like Stacey Abrams, Beto O'Rourke in Texas, even though they haven't won an election. And now one writer from The Atlantic is calling them superstar losers, saying, quote, but never before has such small-scale loserdom so often been sufficient to achieve such large-scale stardom. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, I read that article, and my thoughts are I'm not surprised by when you hear Stacey Abrams say what she said about the 107 sheriffs and law enforcement in general. I'm not surprised at that. And it's all about, it seems, division instead of being united. And we need to be united in our state in law enforcement. We stick together. We're there. We're brothers and sisters in law enforcement. So I'm not surprised at that article and that information, but we're still here to do a job, and short-staffed or not, we're going to go out and serve the people, and we're going to go into that danger and run to that danger when everybody else runs away from it.
And that's why we thank you so much. Yes, you are the second elected female sheriff in state history. You are an impressive woman. We're so glad to have you on this morning. Sheriff Janis Mangum, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Absolutely.